Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Ahlan wa sahlan. My name is Liaquat. Hope you guys are having a wonderful time. This is my YouTube channel. If you guys are not familiar with this YouTube channel, please check out the videos that I make. I make all sorts of videos, inshallah. I want this channel to reach 100,000 subscribers. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button, inshallah. Right, so this series that I'm covering is known as Mukhtasar al-Qudoori. This is where we discuss matters that are related to fiqh or Islamic jurisprudence. It's a very long word. Currently we are going through the chapter of Zakat. Okay, so this is the chapter of Zakat of camels. These are the questions for today. How many is the minimum nisab, or rather it should have been, what is the minimum nisab for camel zakat? So how many camels is the minimum nisab for camel zakat? What does a person give if he has 17 camels? Basically, how much zakat does he have to give? What does a person give if he has 48 camels? What is a binti makhad, a binti laboon, and a hiqqa? What does a person give if they have 1,289 camels? What is an irab and a bukht? And what happens if the camels are not self-grazing? Right, so this is the chapter that we have over here. So let's have a look at some of these words. Dhawd basically means a group. Yeah, khamsa dhawd means a group, jama'ah. Sa'ima means self-grazing, ones that eat on their own, that are not given food by their owners. Hawl, you guys should know that. Shat, right, which is, you guys should know that. Okay, what are the words? You got binti makhad, that basically means a 1-year-old camel. 1-year-old camel is a binti makhad. Then you got binti laboon, which is a 2-year-old camel. And then you've got hiqqa, which is a 3-year-old camel. And then you've got jaz'a, which is a 4-year-old camel. Yeah, and that's it basically. Those are the 4 ages. So binta laboon, hiqqatan, 2, dual over there. And a lot of these words you guys should know anyway from before. So, and let me know if there is anything in here which is confusing. Tustatnaf means to restart, by the way. Istatnafa from the word anafa. Okay, I think that's all done. If you have any sort of questions, please comments. Bukht and irab. It means 2-hump camel, bukht, and an irab is a Arab camel. Yeah, 1-hump one. Okay, so let's just add some vowels onto this. So quickly just go through this. Khamsi dhawdin, ibil sadaqatun is the ism of laysa. Then you got idha balagat, khamsan, sa'imatan, mawsuf sifa. Hala is fi'al, hawl is the fa'il. Shatun ila tis'in is the mubtada. Asharan, okay, why is it arba ashara? Khamsa asharata, fiha thalathu shiyahin. Shiyah is the jama of shat. إلى 19 ففيها 4 شياه إلى 24 بلغت 5 بنت مخاض مبتدأ إلى 5. Okay, these are all straightforward. I'll just add these on. I won't really need to explain any of these. But the main thing is just if you have any sort of issue here, struggling with these, put it in the comments, inshallah. I'll try to answer. جذعة is the mubtada. And then you got بلغت 6 مفعول به. بنتا لبون مضاف إليه إلى 100 تستأنف is مجهول. الفريدة is the naive file. And then في 5 شات is the اسم يكون. You got في 15 again the same. And most of these are really kind of the same as before. They're not really anything technical over here. فيكون فيها 3 حقاق ثم تستأنف, and this is going to be مجهول again. الفريدة في 5. Is there anything else there? Fi shat. I'm just thinking, is it necessary for me to go through all of this? I was actually kind of in 2 minds. But anyway, I just thought I'd do it anyway. وفي 25 بنت مخاض 36 بنت لبون مبتدأ فإذا بلغت 196 196 مفعول به. 4 حقاق مبتدأ تستأنف فريدة أبدا تستأنف. Okay, بخت الإعراب مبتدأ الخبر. Okay, so basically this is what this is about. Now basically there's, when you're giving zakat, you basically have to deal with camels. Now this is my dodgy drawing of a camel, and you guys love my dodgy drawings, so I'll just draw one of that. So this camel basically, when you have zakat, you don't have to give zakat on all your wealth. You only have to give zakat if it reaches the nisab. Okay, so what is the nisab over here? This is where it becomes a bit confusing. But once you understand it, it is not confusing. Trust me. At the end of this, you will be able to calculate the number of camels and all of that yourself. So it basically starts off with camels that are self-grazing. Okay, you have to have a self-grazing camel, meaning for most of the year they have to be camels that eat themselves from plants and ground and all that. If you feed the camels for most of the year, you don't have to give zakat on them. It doesn't matter how many you have. Okay, so it starts off basically from 5. So it works at this 5, and then 10, and then 15, and then 20. So if you have up to 5, no zakat, right? Less than 5. Once you get 5 up to 10, right? So 5 to 9 really, you have to give one goat, not a camel, a goat. So one goat, one goat is if you have 5 to 9. Once you hit 10, then you have to give 2 goats. So 10 to 14. So I'll just write this out. And the writing's a bit small, but inshallah a bit later you'll see. So you got to give 2 goats, 10 to 14. And then 15 to 19, 3 goats. 20 to 24, 4 goats. Now, goats stop now. No need to give goats. Now it's going to be from 25 all the way up to 35. So 25 all the way up to 35. I should have zoomed this in a bit more. So 25 up to 35, you're going to give 1 bint makhad, that 1-year-old camel. Right, you're going to give one of those. 35 all the way up to 45, you're going to give 1 bint labun, right, which is the 2-year-old camel. Yeah, so okay, and then from 45 to 60, it's basically 1 hiqqa, and then from 60 all the way up to 75, it's 1 jid'a, and then from 71 all the way up to 90 is going to be 2 binti labuns, and then from 90 all the way to 120, 1 or 2 hiqqas. So look at this. So from 25 to 35, 1 binti makhad. 35 to 45, 1 bint labun. And then from 45 to 60, it's going to be 1 hiqqa. And then from 60 to 75, it's going to be 1 jid'a. Jid'a is like the oldest that you can get in this range. Yeah, 60 to 75. And from 75 all the way up to 90 is going to be 2 binti labuns. It's like that number that was there before. The 35 to 45 one is like doubled. So you give that. Actually, I made a mistake here. 75. I wrote 70. Well, anyway, you guys know. 75. Okay. And so once you reach up to 75 to 90, how much are you going to give? 2 bint labuns. Right? So 2 bint labuns. Okay. And then from 90 to 120, 91 to 120, you give 2 hiqqas. Yeah, so 2 hiqqas are given over here. And that's it. So this is basically up to 120 now. Once you have this, this is what the zakat that you're going to give if you have it up to here. Now what you have to do after 120, you have to get the number up to 50s now. So from 120 to 150, we're going to work on that now. So if you have from 121 all the way to 150, what do you have to give? Okay, so this is better size now. Okay, so let me just color these in. So this is the green ones represent the goats. 1 goat, 2 goat, 3 goat, 4 goat. And then binti makhad, let's do it in a bit of a blue color, a bit darker I think. And then binti labun is going to be a bit darker blue. And then hiqqa, we'll do it in red. And then jid'a, let's do it in brown. Okay, let's do a brown color there. And then 2 binti labuns. Binti labuns were blue, so let's do blue then. And then hiqqas is red, so let's do red. So this is color coded now. Right, so you guys can follow this. Okay, now what do we do if we have 121? So remember, from 121 to 150, you want to work it out now. So I'm going to do it in 5s. So 0, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, and then 25. Yeah, and that's going to work out to be 145. And then you got 5 left, right, to make it 150, 30, yeah. So again, we start the calculation again. How much do you have to give if you got less than 5 goats? 5 camels, nothing. Then you have 1, and then you have 2 goats, and then you have 3 goats, then 4 goats, and then between 25 to 30, you give 1 binti makhaz. Now remember before it was 25 to 35, but here we can't fit in 35 because then we won't get the exact number of 150. We want to hit it 150 because what we're going to do is we're going to base the whole rest of the calculation on 50s after that, right? So in other words, if you have less than 5, no zakat. So this is 120, if remember it's there, and 5 is 125, 10 is 130, 15 is 135, 140, 145, and then 150. Okay, so if you have, so basically once you hit 150, you're going to give 2 hiqqas plus 1 more hiqqa, yeah, which is going to equal 3 hiqqas then. Right, so you're given 3 hiqqas now. So if you have that 1 goat, 2 goat, 3 goat, 4 goats, and this red, actually it's not red, is it? It's supposed to be light blue. Okay, light blue. And then the red is the hiqqa. Once it hits 130, then you give hiqqa. Okay, so I'll put it there. Now we've reached 150. Now we're going to work in 50s now. So we're always just going to do it in 50s. So okay, after 150, you're going to start the calculation again, but this time the calculation is going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 45, and then 50. So 25, 30, 30, no, not 30, 35. Let's make it a bit more to measure. Okay, so 35, 45, and then 50. Okay, 50, a bit messed up there. Okay, 50. Right, now in reality, this measure is really counting on from 150. So 0 is 150, 5 is 155, 10 is 160, 15 is 165, and so forth. Okay, so this is 0, 1 goat, 2 goats, 3 goats, 4 goats, and then from 25 and 35, use 1 bint makhaz. And then from 36 to 45, it's 1 bint labun. And then from 46, supposed to be to 60, but here we can't go to 60 because we want to keep it under 50s, 1 hiqqa. So in reality now we've got 4 hiqqas here. Does that make sense? Because really the numbers are 200 now. We've hit 200. Yeah, so this is green. This is supposed to be the blue one. This is supposed to be the dark blue one. And this is supposed to be the red one. And there you have it basically. Once you grasp this, you have understood the zakat of camels. Yeah. So then when you're going to calculate this, right? So if I write this down here, so 2 hiqqas at 120, and then 150 is going to be 3 hiqqas, and 200 is going to be 4 hiqqas. So in reality, these numbers are 0 is 150, 155, 160, 165, 170, 175, 180, 185, oh no, 185, 185, 75, 185, 195, 200. And there you have it. That is basically the calculation. Up to 200, I've showed you. Now the rest you can work out yourself. Yeah, so there's 3 hiqqas at 150, 4 hiqqas at 100 or 200. Now if I give you any number, do you think that you can work these out yourself? I think you can. Let's say you had 242 camels. How much zakat are you going to give on 242 camels? So basically what you have to do is work out how many 50s are in 242. Give the hiqqas for those, a relevant number of hiqqas. Because remember, every 50 you give 1 hiqqa. So you give those, and then whatever's left, you work it out accordingly. So how many 50s are in 250? Right, so you've got 2 hiqqas at 120, 1 hiqqa 150, 1 hiqqa at 200. So altogether you got 4 hiqqas, yeah? And then the 42 is bint labun. So 4 hiqqas plus 1 bint labun. Is that hard or is that easy? Is that hard or is that hard? Okay, let's do another one. Yeah, let's try to work out another one. Let me try to make it a bit easier for you guys. You try to work out yourself, okay? 823 camels. Go on, go for it. Work this out. Let's see if you guys can calculate this. Let's see. Okay. Now, this is how I work it out. If you want to pause it here, you can pause it and then you see my working. I'll show you how to do it. So in 823, how many 50s are there? There are 16 50s, right? So basically you double the number, 16 50s. So you got 16 hiqqas. And the number 23 you got left. How much would you normally give if you had 23 camels? Look on the list. 23 camels, 4 goats. So 16 hiqqas plus 4 goats. Okay, how many would you give if you had 679? 679, how many 50s are in there? Basically, you got to work out the number of 50s in there. So you got 600. So that's 12, and then you got one extra, yeah, because you got 79, isn't it? So there's a 15 there. So 13 hiqqas then. 13 hiqqas, so therefore minus 650 from 679, you've got how much left? 29. So then what do you have to give if you have 29 camels? What do you have to give? So if you have 29 camels, you have to give 29, it's, okay, let's put the list there. 1 bint makhadh. There you have it. 13 hiqqas, 1 bint makhadh. Very, very easy. Simple, simple, simple. Alhamdulillah. Okay, one more. 962. Okay, pause it and have a go. Okay, this is what you should have got. So there's 9. So there's 19 50s in there. Yeah, so 950. 19 50s. So that means 19 hiqqas. And then how much is left? So you got 12 left. How much do you have if you got 12 camels? You give 2 goats. So 19 hiqqas plus 2 goats. There you have it. Very easy, simple. Okay, let's translate the text now. Okay, so he says, try to zoom this in so you guys can all see. Laysa fi aqalla. There is not in less than 5 groups of camels. Sadaqah. 5 groups means like 5 number. Yeah, 5 of them. Sadaqah. There is no sadaqah. فَإِذَا بَلَغَتْ, when it reaches خَمْسًا سَائِمَةً, 5 self-grazing, وَحَالَ عَلَيْهَا الْحَوْلِ, and a year has passed, فَفِيهَا شَاتٌ, then in it will be 1 shat. You have to give 1 shat. إِلَى تِسْئٍ, until up to 9. فَإِذَا كَانَتْ عَشْرًا, when it reaches 10, فَفِيهَا شَاتَان, then there's 2 shats. إِلَى أَرْبَعَ عَشَرَةَ, and up to 14. فَإِذَا كَانَتْ خَمْسَ عَشَرَةَ, when it reaches 15, فَفِيهَا ثَلَاثُ شِيَا, you got to give 3 goats, like over here. إلى تسع عشرة, until you have 19. فإذا كانت 20, once it's 20, ففيها أربع شياه, then you have to give 4 goats. إلى 24, until you have 24. فإذا بلغت 25, once you get 25, ففيها بنت مخاض, then you have to give 1 بنت مخاض until all the way up to 35. 35. Yeah, so over there, this basically. فإذا بلغت, once it reaches 36, 36, ففيها بنت لبون, you got to give 1 بنت لبون. إلى all the way up to 45. فإذا بلغت, once it reaches 46 to 46, ففيها حقة, you got to give a حقة. إلى 60, all the way until 60, like over here. فإذا كانت 61, once it reaches 61, ففيها جذعة. إلى 75 to 75. فإذا بلغت, once it reaches 76, 76, ففيها بنتا لبون, 2 بنت لبونs. إلى 90, all the way to 90. فإذا كانت, so when it is 91, 91, ففيها حقتان, then 2 حقas. إلى 120, up to 120. ثم تستأنف, then after this the obligation is restarted. فيكون في الخمس, then you have in 5 there's 1 shat مع الحقتين, with the 2 حقas from before. وفي العشر, and then in 10 2 shats with and in 15 there's 3 shats, and in 20 there's 4 shats. وفي 25 بنت مخاض, there's a بنت مخاض. إلى 150, all the way up to 150. فيكون فيها 3 حقاق, and then in this will be 3 حقاقs. ثم تستأنف الفريضة, and then the farida will be restarted again. All of this basically. Let's restart this again now from 150. Yeah, تستأنف الفريضة, the obligation is restarted again. ففي الخمس شات, in 5 there's a shat, and in 10 there's 2 shats, and in 15 15 there's 3 shats, and in 20 there's 4 shats, and in 25 is بنت مخاض. وفي 36 and 36 there's بنت لبون, all the way up to إلى أن بلغت 106 196 ففيها 4 حقاق. Yeah, إلى 200, all the way to 200. ثم تستأنف, so all of this, now after 200 you start again, and now you go in 50s. ثم تستأنف الفريضة, obligation is restarted أبدا, always كما تستأنف, just as you restart at 50. التي بعد 150, after 150. And al-bukht, non-Arab camel and Arab camels are equal when it comes to zakat. Alhamdulillah, we finished all of this now. So, right, let's check out the question. So, how many is the minimum nisab? What's the minimum nisab for the camel zakat? What does the person give if he has 17 camels? What does a person give if he has 48 camels? What is a binti makhad, a binti labun, a hiqqa? What does a person give if they have 1,289 camels? You can figure this online yourselves. What is a irab and a bukht? And what happens if the camels are not self-grazing? Is there zakat on them? So jazakallah khair for watching my video. Thank you very much. I hope you guys understood this. I hope it makes sense to you guys. If you're not, please watch it again and share it with others. Thank you to all my patrons for all the support that you guys show. Really appreciate it. Allah bless all of you people, wonderful people. It really helps me a lot in making these videos, and especially motivation and giving time for these videos. And if any of you guys want to help me make these kind of videos, support my channel and be able to provide free content to basically the world, really, alhamdulillah, and the sadaqah jariyah, then please check out the description. There's links in there. You can make a one-off payment. And thank you very much. I will see you guys next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.